Happy hump day, everybody. All my demons, my goodness. We are halfway through the week. I have recovered from my shenanigans this past weekend in Chicago and kind of brought back one of my close, dear friends, colleagues, you name it. And all the future stuff we're going to be doing together. The great award-winning actor, Joe Rosing, just lighting the indie horror world up, and so many versatile roles, which we'll be talking about tonight, and some of his fun times in Chicago as well, because we were actually there together. How about that shit? So, before we get into all this madness, the first thing I want you to do is, I don't care, share it out. Share it anywhere and everywhere to any horror fan out there, would-be actor or actress. Get them up, wake them up, tell them to tune in. Do that for me right now. And we're going to take a quick look here at the great, wonderful media talent of Morgrot Entertainment. Check it out. That's right. If you're not following us over there at Morgrot Entertainment on Facebook, get your asses over there. Hit the button. Follow us. And then you'll get all the great groovy updates about everything that Morgrot Entertainment is doing. And one of the things I'm really fucking excited about is the Memphis Monster Con. Holy shitballs. You'll be able to catch me and my partner, John Sorrell, of Morgrot Magazine, as we will be there for the Memphis Monster Con. And they just announced Brett Wagner, who was fucking Leatherface in 2003. Holy crap. CJ Graham's going to be there. Felissa Rose. And they're still announcing people. But don't forget, my demons, myself and Defiler of the Crown Art, Cody is going to be there with me in Knoxville. Hello. Over at CreepyCon. And they got a bunch of great people coming too. So lots of fun stuff. Follow Morgrot Entertainment. Joe, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing all right. I actually took a nap before we got on. That's why I kind of look like I'm still kind of a mess.
Tell me there's a difference. I don't see a difference. Get out of here. Anyways.
I don't have a lipstick, so yeah.
I love it. But, yep, you may have seen Joe in this wonderful film, Desperate Souls, award-winning, actually both you and Angel Bradford. So coming off that success, you've got a lot more stuff in the pipeline. You can also see Joe in Attack of the Corn Zombies as well on YouTube right now for free. Let me say that again, for free. Who doesn't fucking like free? Well, anyways, obviously people do because I mean, there's like 7,000 plus views on that on YouTube, and it's just getting bigger. Now, of course, if you want autographed copies, check it out on Reapers Underground. I can get you one of those, and maybe I can have my buddy Joe here sign one for you as well. All right. So, what have you been up to since all that fun stuff?
Well, I had a Milky Way bar, and
the rest is gravy. I love it.
Well, I've been doing some gigs here and there. I'm actually pretty much fully booked for this year already.
Oh yeah, let's explore that. What you got coming?
Actually, this weekend I got to go away to Indiana. We got to do a short film called Rickety Antiquities. It's yeah, it's working with Paul Allen for the first time and Heidi McCaig. I always say her name wrong. But I actually
have the same problem sometimes.
Yeah,
gotta love it.
I know. I'm sure. I hope Heidi's not watching me mispronounce her last name. But no, they seem really nice. I'd be playing the lead in that one too. You're playing a nice guy. It's nice to play nice for a change. I will admit, as much as nice to play an asshole, it is nice to play a nice guy for a while.
Now that brings up a really good question. Do you find it easier to play the asshole versus playing the nice guy, or do they both come naturally for you?
Well, I think generally actors find it easier to play the asshole because it's not really always who they are, and there's more freedom. You could do more. It's an act. It's just a gag. There's no cops. Somebody's really getting hurt. You don't really mean it, possibly, but it's just.
Right on.
So
what is this the nice guy's role world kind of like? What's the environment there? Only what you can tell us.
I would say Rickety Antiquities is a short film I'm leading in. I've been booked for this thing since last summer of 2023, I think, maybe the fall of 2023, and trying to schedule it together. To me, when I read the script, it kind of gave like the old-fashioned black and white Twilight Zone feel to it. I always love Twilight Zone. I'm like, yeah, I want to do this. It'd be like a different type of character I've never played it before either as well. Like, Devin was a nice guy, but this guy is also a nice guy, but he's definitely not Devin. And or some other characters.
Kind of like psychological thriller, just in different ways.
Yes.
Because definitely after watching Desperate Souls, man, that was like, woo, took you on a psychosis ride.
I still can't watch certain scenes in that film, man.
Really? Oh man. Just because it was a little too twisted, or
no?
Oh, or are we talking about the woo woo parts?
Yeah.
See, that's why I never fancy seeing myself ever doing a role that would involve that kind of thing, unless it was like a relationship with a demon or some kind of creature. Because then I could just sit there and fucking laugh about it over and over again for the rest of my life. I just always kind of had this thing in mind when I got into acting. It's like, if I can't show my grandmother this, I'm probably not going to do it.
Well, there was a couple films I don't want my mother to see. I don't care if the Pope watches it. Let the Pope watch it. I don't care. I'm not having my mother watch it. I've had arguments like that. Yeah, like they get the short film. It's going to be out premiering on a drive-in theater called Fleshfire. It'll be out premiering at this weekend or next weekend in Ohio. And Derek Brash from Chivi's Films, who made this thing, he had become by a month ago to watch it. I'm like, oh hell, because I mean, Derek asked me right after I got done. I said, look, I had a lot of fun making it. I always look forward to the next day we were filming. Would I do it again if I can go back in time? Absolutely, yes, I would. But
awesome.
But again, like Desperate Souls, there's some scenes where it's kind of like, I just don't want to look at that.
Was that me? Did I really do that?
Well, You'll see much more from Desperate Souls. We'll just say that.
Again, not too hard of a film to find out there in Morgrot Entertainment Land. And actually, it kind of involves, well, it doesn't kind of, it involves a succubi. So you're going to want to check it out if you like that kind of like demon possessor kind of thing, going after a victim, as we all know, succubi like to do. So definitely a great film to check out. Worth its weight in gold, every sense of the word. Oh yeah, most def. And of course, Attack of the Corn Zombies. You got to check that out.
That was fun. I did that with Becca Jane, me and my scene partner. Becca, very great actress and whatnot. I mean, with her, it was like 1 or 2 takes, and that was it with her. It wasn't like 4, 5, 6. It was like wham, bam, done with her. She was great. And she's been doing it for like 40 years, and said that was actually her first time she's ever done a kissing scene.
Wow. How about that?
So we
must have always been cast like the mom or something.
I think that role was originally supposed to be with Sarah Dolan, I think, who played my therapist Rachel on Desperate Souls, but I think she couldn't make it. I don't remember what the reason is. None of my business. But me and Becca did talk about it because she's never done that before, so we just went over it beforehand a few weeks prior, and it went smoothly. I actually, in the scene, we did discuss. I said, I think that my character, Roger, I forgot his name.
Scandalous.
Yeah, Roger seems like an ass grabber. So I asked her if that's okay. She said, yeah, go ahead and do that.
Oh, I'm sure she didn't mind. Made her feel good. Just absolutely love that scene. It's so great. And, both of you just brilliant. I really think, she kind of had that natural, not necessarily, everyone talks about scream queens, but I mean, she sounded like she was genuinely terrified, when you got pulled off into the crowd of the hungry zombies outside the door. So, I don't want to give too much away, people. You got to watch it. You got to go watch it.
She is very good at screaming, that's for sure. I know that. Because she's I've seen other clips she's done before it passed. And that'll do it. It'll make Marlene Matlin go deaf as how loud she was.
I bet that shit had to be loud as hell on set.
Oh yeah, she's right about 5 feet from me, and I'm making goofy faces at her when I'm off the camera when I'm doing her scene. Just to screw with her.
I love it.
And there was this one scene. There's one scene of hers I will say that was really good. They did it, and everybody started clapping. That's how good she was. I started clapping. They did one more take just for safety. You never know. And then everybody just still gave like wow, clap. That was really good. And like I said, 1 or 2 takes with her, and she's good.
Damn, talk about seasoned.
Well, 40 years, she's better be good. Obviously, she is pretty good because she knows what she's doing.
For sure. I mean, but you make it look pretty effortless yourself, man. So, just for a lot of the new viewers out there, because it's I think it's been a year since you've been on.
Yeah. It was August last time you and I were on the thing here, eh?
Yeah, pretty sure. So just kind of let the Morgrot universe there into a little bit how you prepare for some of these roles.
Well, first thing I do is I memorize the script the best that I can. I mean, right now I memorize like 5 or 6 of them right now at one time. So I'm kind of, like I said, I've overbooked myself right now. As much as I know you're going to do Death Bike. You're going to be that movie Death Bike soon, right?
Right.
And I auditioned for it too, and I didn't get it. But sometimes it's kind of like, what? As much as I really wanted to be, I would have worked together on the scene possibly, but I'm like so swamped. I don't want it. And I got the Seduction coming up, and I got this long script because I got to be the lead for that feature film, and I want to make sure I am good prepared for that damn thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But even like headspace wise, so anyone can kind of memorize. Well, it's really hard for a lot of folks to memorize just straight material like that. So the fact that you can do that, and I mean, I still find it challenging sometimes myself because you're not working off of anybody at that point. You're just trying to like pretend like you're having this conversation with your scene partner. Like, how do you get into the headspace for the actual character itself?
Yeah, I got off track there. I'm sorry.
No
Well,
worries.
It all depends. Like I remember a guy that I know. We worked on that's another short film. We did a fan film. I got hired on to play the lead role for called the Vault Dweller for a short film called Fallout. He called it Highwayman, and it's still in pre-production. He's a perfectionist. He's like a one-man army. Andrew Marsala.
Oof.
You know, we worked together on that, and he said to me some good advice about a year or two ago. He said, with every character, you got to make up some new stuff for them. As even if you don't see him on camera, even if you don't know anything about like what's his favorite pizza, even though you don't see him eating pizza, make it up. Like that's some good advice. I never thought of that. So, but every character I kind of go by the character's name, what his lines are, maybe how he's delivered, maybe how his personality is. Like this guy I'm playing, total dork. You know, like the dorky dad. That's what he is. I can say that he's a dorky dad. I've ever played the dorky dad. I know I can probably get it like, well, hey, sport, how was the game today? You know, whatever the hell you might say.
Right.
Back in my day, we had great music, like the Little River Band or the Kingston Trio. Am I too young to know who those people are? I know who they are. I don't listen to them.
I know who they are as well, but we'll just leave it at that. No, thank you, Little River Band. Come on. They don't rock. I tease. Oh, hey, what's up, Phil? Phil Herman joining us here. Awesome.
Hey, Phil. How you doing?
Great to have you. So, yeah. I think that really, truly is great advice because you want to bring something different. Just like with any of the upcoming roles I have, you know, whether it's silent or not, if you don't even have any speaking parts, because I got one coming up for Refinery Films called Grinners. And I'm a faceless cop, but we're like almost kind of like demonic in a way. I don't really want to give too much away, but everything is going to be movement, you know, and action. So it's like, got to get into that headspace as well. So, of course, you know, I popped in the original Halloween, 1978, this morning. Just watching Nick Castle and how that motherfucker moves. Holy shitballs. His movements are almost as terrifying as what he's about to do to somebody.
Yeah.
You know? So, yeah, definitely. I can definitely attest to that being great advice.
Sometimes, like you say, sometimes you got to go somewhere for inspiration, like that. You know, the feel.
Absolutely. I don't know. It's like it depends. Like if it's a creature, obviously, you know, I watched all the true classic zombie films before doing Attack of the Corn Zombies, and you know, just kind of like looking at different ones. Sometimes their jaws would click, you know, almost like, you know, Chatterbox from Hellraiser, or, you know, just how some had blank stares, some had faceless, you know, emotion. Some were kind of stuck in this gnarled position. So just, you know, try to go through all those permutations to try to bring something to it. But not only did you have that brilliant speaking part in Corn Zombies, but you came back as a zombie, and that was awesome. I had to say,
what a way to give it away, pal.
What did I give away?
You just gave something away.
Oh no, what did I do?
Whatever. They'll figure it out.
Say it again. Anyway, I didn't give away the best part though, because I felt that the end of your scene was by far one of the best I have ever seen. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Are you just being nice because they gave you $10 to buy some ice cream?
No. Literally, my wife and I, we've gone back, we've watched it multiple times because super critical of ourselves. I mean, I've always been that way. Started out as just being a musician and nothing else. I am always kind of critical of all my work. So, but no, just kind of going back, it's like, ooh, wow, felt that. Damn. So,
fun fact: when you said about Halloween,
mm-hmm.
I don't remember. I don't know if this is exact, but I heard this that the guy. Well, you know how Michael just walks, right?
Oh yeah.
I can't remember if it was the writer, director, whoever the hell it was, that said that they were inspired by his walking from Yul Brynner from Westworld.
Oh.
I loved Westworld as a kid. Every Friday night at 9 years old, I put pop on the VHS. And since you brought that up, that was a pretty fun fact.
Never would have known that. That's really kind of cool to know. I like that. Sweet. So, I mean, you've got yourself booked so much. You're as I hear, you're entering into the realm of vampires. In one or two of the projects you're working on, I think.
Yeah. Actually, my first project ever did was a vampire film. So now I got booked for it twice and 2 more times. And whatever works is fine with me, something different. I like that. We got one that's called, we're going to be filming again, at least my scenes, in the summertime. I just have a supporting role. And the project is called The Blood Moon. Connor Noble is doing. Yeah, I forget the name of the production company off the top of my head. I'll probably know it as soon as we're off here. And I actually got sent in my information back in 2022 when I was on another project that I don't care to talk, that really wasn't the best thing ever. And I'm laying in bed in my motel room, and they're just like, yeah, okay, I'll submit Indiana. Okay, great. Like, okay, I'm looking forward to it. I was supposed to do it last year, but I couldn't. So that's why I can't get a tan. I can't cut my hair. There's no such thing as a tan vampire. And if I got to play a rock star in that movie, I got to have my long hair.
Right.
I got my outfit already picked out already. It's the one with the pantyhose, by the way. Yeah, it's the shock rocker look that some people are a little kind of off-put by it. And it's going, look, this is the shit that they fucking wore on stage back in the 80s sometimes. I mean, like they got like Motley Crue. Rap.
Everybody.
They're all just like women. Come on, it's just part of the thing. If you think that's shocking, you should have seen what I was gonna wear.
I mean, people always talk shit about that. I'm like, well, do you remember that one tour that Ozzy did called the Ultimate Sin? And that's all he wore was a fucking spandex unitard.
Yeah, I got the concert on DVD. I love that concert. I like it. In fact, he hates that album, but I love that concert. I think it's cool. It's all glammed up and shit. That was the glamour area of the 80s, the high point of the 80s.
Well, for 1986, I mean, glam was the thing. So, of course, Ozzy wanted to kind of stay relevant because now he's seeing these younger hipsters, Poison, Motley Crue and them kind of like gaining super, super, super popularity, and he wants to stay in there. So sure, he's going to make his hair blonde and tease it up. Not the best Ozzy look ever, but it really wasn't a bad album.
No.
It's just, it was one of those that I have to flip through. And if I have to flip through, I can't say it's one of his best, but
well, that's all right. I love the cover of the album. I thought the
cover was fantastic.
I got the album. That was like one of my first albums I ever got. That one, The Blizzard of Oz. I love the Ultimate Sin album. I thought it was pretty good. I was 15. What do you want? But I saw it.
I mean, put that next to No More Tears. Ultimate Sin definitely comes out like roses, in my opinion. So
really, you're the second person I've heard that didn't like No More Tears.
Oh man.
I mean, the album, I should say. I mean, I like both the albums. I think I was Paul Nadas that on the Attack of the Corn Zombies was something he only liked Party with the Animals. He only liked that song. I like the whole album.
And that's okay. You know, everyone is allowed to like what they like. But for me, that didn't hold up to the monolith that was No Rest for the Wicked. That album was so heavy. I thought Zakk Wylde was absolutely brilliant on there. Ozzy's vocals, fantastic. Even lyrically, like a lot of the material. It's just when, you know, Ozzy starts to get into his whining phase about, like looking back on my life and all the crazy shit that I've done. Next 6 albums, he's got nothing but songs about, how I regret this. And you know what I mean?
I will say, to be fair, the older I've gotten, I kind of look back on some of the shit that I've done, a lot of the dirty shit that I have done in the last 15 or 16 years. And I kind of think, like, you know what? I really wish I changed my decisions and gone back and, because even some stuff I did, I knew it was wrong, and I wish I can go back and have done them.
I think we all have those, to be honest. You know, shit, I'm sitting here 47 looking back at last 25 years. And yeah, there were moments I'm not proud of, but there's a lot I wouldn't change though either.
Yeah, like you should have voted for Nader instead of the other guy. You
know. More or less, you know.
Again, I'm talking
life decisions. Cody says, how many cans of hairspray do you guys think was used in the 80s?
Man.
All I know is that Aquanet was probably billionaire status at that point. Because, I mean, that shit wasn't cheap. You know.
I'm not an Aquanet guy. I actually have a ton of hairspray here and a shit ton of hair products. I will be honest. And I've got all the way from the Sexy Hair to Tresemme to miscellaneous. I don't know what the fuck the brands are. You know, as long as it works, I don't care.
Well, I mean, that explains why it doesn't matter what type of photo shoot you're doing or what role, you always look perfect.
Okay. It's the makeup I put on, makeup for camera ready. And sometimes I've done shoots where I just look atrocious because, you know, like the hair ain't working sometimes, or I need to get a trim. I can't get a trim until the beginning of May because the gig I got to do in Joliet for the Rock Circus I got to do. You know, it goes for concussion awareness, and I got to be the ringmaster. So I never really performed like this in a wide audience. And I'm up there like a ringmaster, rock and roll ringmaster thing, zebra tights on. Yeah.
I think I saw a photo of this.
Yeah. You do have a photo of that? Oh my God.
No, I think I seen it in my feed at some point. You and another young lady were walking down the street. Or was that not the one?
That's my boss who's running the whole shindig right there. And we got Hairbanner's Ball. And I've seen him like 3 times. Always fun to do cover songs. They do their own songs.
Sure.
You know, plug here. You know.
Just multi-talented, man. You're like me. We have our hands in everything. Literally everything.
Well, you have to wait for me to pay it before you say this nonsense about me here.
Gotta say, one of the best sense of humor in the business. We're sitting right across from me here.
I always had a hard time taking a compliment, even when I was a kid. You know, it's just I don't know. Yeah, Paul's all natural, damn right. Good for Paul.
all ugly all day. Get out of here, Paul. Damn it. Come on. Hey, you still have hair too.
Yeah, come on. Have you been to the zoo, Paul? I've seen some really ugly things at the zoo.
Right.
Paul is definitely not ugly. Come on, man. Like I said.
No. You definitely do not deserve to be displayed in a zoo, brother. That's for sure.
Oh, I mean, like I said, and have you been to, I mean, I don't know about you, but we used to have the 24-hour Walmart here. Have you ever been to Walmart? I call it the Walrus Mart, believe it or not.
Right.
You ever been to the Walrus Mart at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Sadly.
There you are. That's why I call it the Walrus. They only come out at night. You know?
Very much so. It is a 3-ring circus and a zoo all put together in one, and the damnedest things you will see. I would much prefer Pinhead and the Cenobites to come in and take me away and show me those pleasures versus going to the Walrus Mart and that whole thing.
Well, you drive a hard bargain because I'm not a fan of S&M, and it's just like, I mean, like when I see stuff like that, I mean, I haven't seen Hellraiser's movies. I've only seen the first two because I don't have the third one yet, so I don't want to jump ahead,
Right.
But I don't want, like the chains with the roof, the nipple clamps with the, like, no. That's okay. I mean, that's cool, but I'm not into that stuff. That's, but to me, that's what I think about. It's like, is this what hell is like? With the like, no, can we just cuddle? Like, please, I really just want to cuddle this time. Honest to God. I'm not a cuddler.
Well, I mean, at the end of the experience, of course, you get torn to shreds. So that's their idea of pleasure. But still, I would prefer to have my skin torn and rather actually just pluck my eyes out, take the eyes. That way, I don't have to see the people at Walmart at 2 a.m.
I mean, I've seen people at Walmart yelling at themselves, like arguing. I'm thinking, well, maybe they're on the phone with somebody. Oh no, they're not on the phone with anybody at all. Or somebody, they're spilling out one of those electric carts. They got 2 electric carts because they're just, there's still not enough. And like I said, I know I'm being mean here. I can talk. I used to be heavy too, as we talked about the last interview. But it's like, what is that? That used to be somebody's face. What the hell happened here? Jesus Christ on a stick. What the hell? Does that sound delicious? That sounds like a candy, doesn't it? Jesus Christ on a, or you could say, Jesus Christ on a side of fries. That didn't go over well at Burger King either, but whatever.
Right. I mean, shoot, I used to be twice the size that I am today. So it's like, well, the occasional reminder of this is why we lost half of our weight. It was for good reasons, because there are still many other folks battling that kind of thing. Always been a big guy, always will be. I was never meant to be thin. Us Germans,
Well, my family heritage is from Germany too, as a matter of fact, and the rest is from the UK. And I don't know what the other crap is, but I always believed. I do believe that there are people who are genetically predisposed and having extra weight. And that's okay, no big deal. That's cool.
Keeps me warm all year round.
Yeah.
I'm cuddly like a teddy bear. Oh shit! Really? Damn it! So Cody says, Reaper, that offer still stands. I'll wear spandex if you will. God damn it! You just had to bring that back up. I don't know. Folks, maybe if you come see us in Knoxville, I will don the black and red unitard for you. I'm just scared thinking about it. Anyway, so
do it.
Right. I've done stupider shit, so it wouldn't surprise me. We'll say it's for charity.
If I can wear a Shockrocker costume where I'm wearing the only clothing I'm wearing is the belt and the boots, with part of my ass really fucking hanging out, you can do that.
You speak a lot of truth. So as a vampire, go ahead.
If I can eat the burrito at a gas station, you can put that on.
Yeah, and believe me, that burrito is a tough sell from a gas station. But when you're on the road, if you're touring, sometimes you have to do that if there's no Taco Bell nearby. Not that's that much better, but still. So as a rocker vampire, would you say you more prefer that versus like the old 1800s vampire, or have you done both, or do you think you will do both?
I like both. It's fine with me, eh? And the first gig I did, it was like a free gig, like the first thing I've ever done. And I worked with oh god, here we go with the names again. Michelle.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, her name is Michelle. I can't think of her last name, but very nice young lady. Really, very, very sweet young. She hired me on to play. She was doing a short film. It was called Love Remembered, and it was supposed to be like a tribute to the Bram Stoker's Dracula movie with Gary Oldman.
Ooh,
And
nice.
it's on my YouTube channel. It's a silent movie too. And I thought,
Ooh,
wow,
I
I
need to
actually
check
do
this
enjoy.
out.
I do enjoy watching silent movies as well. So I thought, like, that's pretty cool. My first acting gig is a silent film. I like that. It's a lead as well. So wow, look at that, honky dory, and it's in black and white. Oh, sorry, my back.
Trust
So
me, man. Scoliosis since I was a kid.
Oh, sorry.
Fun.
Yeah. So anyway, we did that. So that was like it was supposed to be a take on that scene where Gary Oldman meets Winona Ryder for the first time, and he's trying to talk to her and yak her up, and she's like, "I'm married," like, yeah, I'm sorry, honey. And then I'm paraphrasing here. I don't know the script of the movie, but it's supposed to be on that, and it was nice. It was super cold one day. We couldn't film. It was raining, and the camera just stopped working. It better be 100%. It'd be zero in no time flat.
Oh man.
So, yeah, so I mean, it's on my YouTube channel. I haven't actually looked at it in a long time, but it's on there. I don't know my actual link thing but it's just my first and last name. That's it. You want to just find me on there, follow me. Whatever. I got 51 subscribers. What to do? Really, making headway here.
Well, and that's something I see a lot of actors doing is like getting all my links, everything all in one spot. It's almost like you have to do that. It's the new version of a resume. I think, because I'm used to the computerized, version of doing things. But as an actor, we almost kind of have to, because the social media part goes right along with it.
Yeah, I mean, some of it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, like, here's a link to this other site I got. Here's a link to this site. It's just kind of like, Jesus Christ.
God. One of the things that I do think it is a little bit useful is like if there is an active Indiegogo and there are fans of you or said actor, that when they go to that, because obviously you'll advertise it, they can find the direct link, easy, click it, and then go donate. I mean, I think that's good. But I mean, if you have OnlyFans or something like that, and all that other crazy shit, you're a jack of all trades. I guess you kind of need all that. Because I mean, it doesn't take us but 2 seconds to go, hey, Joe Rosing on Facebook, Joe Rosing on fucking Instagram, no crazy names, no, Spider Milky 1166 or some shit.
I don't get. Like, why do you expect people to find you with a dumbass name like that? I mean, like you got Reapers Underground. Okay, yeah, we know what that is. Reapers Underground, Instagram, right? Yeah, things like that. I just keep it simple. My name, first and last name, or I gotta do the Joe underscore whatever the hell my last name is. I don't know what my last name is. It says Rosen, but whatever. But it's just people got the goof. Like, how am I supposed to find you? Just keep it simple. What's so hard about this? And it's the shit that just drives me up the wall.
Because at the end of the day, it's easier to remember one phrase or one name for everything.
Right. That's why I keep my Twitter the same thing as my Instagram, and I have my Facebook the same thing, just without the underscore. My email is the same damn thing too. Almost, I want to give that away. You can believe that.
Well,
But yeah, it's simple. It's easy for me to remember too. Because I got to remember all this slew of garbage.
Yeah. It's like, what did we do before we had all these things?
This was all I had, and that was all I needed to get in touch with me. This right here, and I turned it off so we can't really, look at the buttons, everybody. You can't butt down anybody. Is that a razor? No, it's I actually have the original razor at home. It doesn't work anymore. No, this is a flippy phone from Cricket.
That's right. Stay in the trenches.
Damn it. And all my cards, this is the phone number that you're going to go to. So don't send me pictures or videos or links or whatnot. All my business cards, this is the phone. The best way to do it is on social media, like Messenger, like right here, or email. Don't be sending me this long novella. It's like, oh God, I have to read it because if I don't read it, I know I'm going to get quizzed on it. Question 1: what was Popeye? Whatever. So now I'm on a rant here. Now I'm waking up.
he's getting amped up. He's got his spinach. Oh man. So you also signed on to this project as well, I believe, for the anthology.
Oh yeah, that's for Acrostar.
Absolutely. I mean, great title. Love the artwork. Splintered Love anthology. So I guess we're gonna see kind of like a bunch of very twisted love stories. Is that kind of what I'm getting from it?
I didn't read the script. I read it.
Oh, okay.
I read it.
You know, to me, I think the title gives it away right there. So that's cool. I know there's been like a lot of talk about it.
Yeah, I did audition for the lead. I didn't get it, but I thought, like, again, like I said, I have a lot of stuff to memorize. Probably just I just got the supporting role. Sometimes it's nice I like the lead, but sometimes it's nice just to have a smidgen bit of a break. Would you rather be in the film with a supporting role or not at all? Like for the Blood Moon, I auditioned for the lead and I auditioned for a supporting character. I didn't get the lead, but I got the other character that I also auditioned for. So it's like I'm still happy. That's how I see it. You know, Inner Beauty. I like the title too. Actually, I don't know who came
It's
up
so
with
cool.
It is nice, and it's supposed to be kind of like, I don't know. Again, it gave me a feeling when I read it, like a Twilight Zone thing too, as well. I guess probably maybe be like a lesson. When I saw Anne Myrna back in December after the audition, she said that you make a good asshole. I'm like, okay.
Dun dun dun.
I don't know whatever client she's talking about. I don't know, but
right. Sun bleached, not sun bleached. We don't know. You know, it's me. You never know what I'm gonna say.
And the same way. I mean, that's the reason why I got kicked out of Arby's.
Oh my goodness.
I mean, it could be true. You don't know. And Anne always says we don't know if Joe's kidding or not. And that's the whole fun of it. You don't know if I'm kidding, because that makes it much more fun for me to see the look of confusion. Like, is he serious? I don't know. But we can go.
Absolutely.
Some people are probably watching this right. Some people are probably watching, and they're going, "He got this guy on the show, this fucking maniac. We gave up 40 minutes for time for this, and we could have watched Bonanza instead." I love Bonanza.
Does anyone still watch that?
I watch Bonanza. Another actor friend of mine, John Boss. He used to always call me Little Joe, which like, oh, I'll take that, fine.
Just as I'm probably sure someone's still watching the fucking Waltons.
John Boy. Yeah, I used to watch Mr. Rogers as a little kid. I like Mr. Rogers. My mom didn't like Mr. Rogers. She said he's too syrupy for me. That's what she said. Like syrupy.
Syrupy. Like the man is just made of goo.
I don't. Maybe just because he was just too sweet.
I love it. This is great. Cody says we're all assholes here, with or without bleach. Well, okay. So obviously, Anne thought you were perfect for that role. Now, I wonder.
I didn't say that. She just said I made a really good ass.
Oh. I just figured, when somebody tells you that, that's like certified. You're perfect for this. I wonder, though, as an anthology, do all the stories intertwine somehow? That'll be really interesting. Every anthology is different.
They might. I'm not too sure actually. I don't know what other anthologies are part of that one. I can't remember off the top of the memory today. Yeah, I don't know. It could be, but I know the name of the short is a short interview. It is attention grabbing. I do like the name of it.
Absolutely, it's a good one. And you actually kind of touched upon something there too. When you were talking about sometimes, if I'm too busy, I got too many roles going on. Sometimes it's good to take that supporting role just so at least you're in the film. Now, would you say that kind of coincides with you never know if this one is going to go viral? So even if you don't necessarily have, either get the lead, but they offer you the supporting, or if you just, don't have a lot of time to memorize a lot of lines, does that ever kind of like enter into your mind? Well, shoot, I still want to be a part of it just in case this thing blows up.
Well, yeah, I thought about that too, but sometimes it's just I want to be a part of it. Just like, for example, Death Bike. I wanted to be a part of that. I couldn't get, like in the timing frame. I didn't, things had happened. The title of it, like, oh wow, that sounds pretty cool, eh? Reminds me of that Quentin Tarantino. What was it? Death Ride? What was it called?
Yeah.
Russell in there. That's what it made me think of. And which I never saw the show.
It's actually pretty good.
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, as much as it is, you can't always be the lead. You can't always be the co-star. You can't always be the supporting role. Sometimes the supporting roles are much more fun. Sometimes the supporting roles make it much more better. Like, look at Michael Madsen from Reservoir Dogs. I mean, he got his big thing from there. He was a supporting character. If you think about it, there's a little Quinn dance.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't think of it. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it just works out that way. I mean, but yeah, sometimes, like February, I wanted to take February off. I just wanted to do my regular side job that I do, just to make some more money, go to the gym, just be left the hell alone. I mean, like, I just, like, not today, please, let me just relax. I didn't get to do anything. But if I did all that, I wouldn't have gotten certain bookings either. It's kind of like,
right.
Another actor I know, who was an instructor of mine at John Casablancas, he said, in order to keep working, you have to keep working.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I don't really want to screw myself up here either, because the people who are hiring me, who have faith in me, think I can do this job, I want to make damn good and sure that I can do the best I can give them. As a matter of fact, we're actually going to redo one of the movies I was already in before, Welcome to the Game.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I had to improv some of the last few bit of lines because I didn't have enough time to memorize, because I was doing some side work at one of the malls here for like 11 hours straight each day.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually had Luke across and put the paper in front of his face like this. I just kind of glance at the paper and just go off of that shit. So he wants to redo it, and with different settings, a little more higher quality, but my whole thing's the same. So I got to only look at the video and then try and memorize exactly how I did it all, and with all the improv lines I did. So that's going to be a bit of a tough job. That's a new one on me.
That'll be a challenge. Yeah.
I never had to memorize my own actions, especially the improv shit. I mean, when people watch the actors do it, you can memorize it like that. But if the actor's got to go back and redo it, and that's like a new challenge. We're going, okay. So we're doing the prequel, and then we're doing the prequel to that movie called Welcome to the Game Scrutinized, and I'm in that too. And I was talking to the guys from the film, my character named Adam. I said, I was watching it, and I'm like, again, which is a very unusual thing for me to watch myself. I know people say that way you can critique yourself. I said, after watching Adam, he's kind of a kinky character. He just gave me off this fact that this guy is into some kinky shit.
And it was believable.
Well, to me, it's kind of like he's getting all excited. He's got his pen right here. He's kind of like,
Yeah, right.
Oh man, he's getting off on this. He must be from Germany. I don't know.
Red light district.
The Bavarian. Not like a plane either, by the way. I mean,
right.
Whatever. honey, will you put the later hose on for me? Oh yeah, sure. Okay, yeah. Or whatever works for you. I'm just making shit up now.
Austin makes a very good point. Johnny Depp has played a supporting character several times.
Yes, that's right. He had.
Yeah, very much so.
Platoon.
Yeah.
Platoon. Yeah.
You know, and that led to bigger things.
Yeah.
And I think that's fantastic. Did I think when I got into this business that I was going to be the next iconic slasher or, you know, demonic creature of some sort? No. You know, it's going to take a minute. So you got to build. Yeah, so I don't see anything wrong with that. I think of the great C. Ernst Harth, who I had on, who has had a bit part in some of the most iconic films ever. He was in 13 Ghosts, Scooby-Doo. He was in Trick or Treat. You know, they weren't big roles, but they were memorable.
Well, it's the same thing with some of these other actors. Like, you know, might not always know their names, but you always know their faces. Like, for example, the guy who just passed away recently, Emmett Walsh. Whenever I saw him on camera, I don't care what character he was playing, I was always like, oh, it's that guy. I like that guy a lot. You know, it was always great to see him no matter what he was playing. Or Art LaFleur, who is best known as for playing the Babe in The Sandlot when he walks out of the closet, you know, or things like
Absolutely.
that. Or another guy where they had that trophy made of his head, Rondell Hutton. Yeah, that's going back. Yeah.
I mean, I've literally watched people's careers ignite off of the fact that they had a very minor part in a very big film. I mean, look at what Terrifier 2 did for most of the unknown people that were in that film, and now all of a sudden they got a huge career. So I don't see anything wrong with that. I mean, the only people that are always like, no, I must have the lead. That's the egotistical people.
Yeah, I mean, come on. When Anne told me, she said, well, not for the lead, but we have a different character for you for Inner Beauty. I'm going, yeah, I'll take it. It's fine with me. Matter of fact, we were on Desperate Souls. Right in the middle of filming it, the week of it, she said, hey, we got a new project coming. Want to know if you're going to be in? I said, yes. I didn't even ask what it was. Could have been a fucking snuff film. I don't know. What would happen now? I mean, I didn't even ask. I mean, it was supporting role. Like, fine, yeah, sure, I'll do it. I like it. Why not? Well, I want to work with Equistars again. Of course, I do. I like it.
Well, sure. They're a fucking great family. I mean, you know, and to start, well, for me anyway, to start out with a film family like that was huge because everybody was so nice. Everybody worked well together. There wasn't any, you know, any kind of like crazy crap or favoritism or anything going on. It was like they cared about everybody, even though, you know, I was just an extra. So
look, the fact that you guys, a lot of you, especially I'm going to single out this one guy, Doug, who flew from another damn country to do this on his dime. I'm going to say you guys definitely made that film. You guys, and I'm just so glad you guys really enjoyed it being on set. That was so great.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I'm as hungry as a fucking Rottweiler, and Doug is as well. So, and he ended up, his first film experience is in the Dead Place with David Howard Thornton.
Doug?
Mm-hmm.
Really? I didn't know that. It's pretty cool.
Yep. That was his first. He played a little demon in the film, which is going to be released sometime in the summer, I hear. So it was like he was here in the States and found out that Corn Zombies needed extras and was like, well, shoot, I'm staying somewhere that's only 5.5 hours from where we were filming that film. And he's like, sure, I'll fucking do it. And he was, you know, really creative too, you know, creating the whole soldier persona and all that.
Oh, yeah.
So
we called him Soldier. Cool. You got a nickname, Soldier Boy. It's just so, you know, like, oh, that's cool. It is Vietnam time, so why not? Like, and he's got his helmet that says "Born to Eat." That's cute. I love that shit. And then you all got, and a lot of us saw the pictures. You guys all went to Subway in your zombie makeup. Like, what the hell is this? Eh? I wish I was there to see that. But the thing too is like, you know, that to me says a lot. That you like a lot of people had that much faith in this project to even just want to do that.
Right.
You know, I'm so pleased that a lot of people want to. Imagine having a zombie movie with only 2 zombies.
Right.
I was already a zombie that got killed. I don't care. Put a different pair of pants on. We won't fucking know.
I mean, that's kind of the life in indie film. You know, sometimes there are actors that play like 3 different parts, but it's, you know, it's like, how do you switch? How do you change yourself? How do you, you know, but in a creature film, that's kind of a little bit easier, I think, to pull off. But, you know, some of the stuff that you've done and that you are doing, I think it's a little bit harder to get away with that. You know what I mean?
Well, plus in the indie film, my own observation is that when they have the extras there, people in the indie film are much more kinder and treat the extras with way more respect, like they're people, versus some of these big name things, which I won't say, that they just treat them like shit. And I've seen it and I've experienced it too myself firsthand. I mean, it's just like, you know, I don't have to give up my time to help you out. You know, I could have done something else in my time. You know, a whole 8 hours of TV gone. You just took that away from me. I wanted to get that back. You know, but still, right. I know it's a gag. But the thing is, just like, it doesn't give you any right to treat people like shit. I don't care who the fuck you are. You know?
No, and sometimes I think some people don't realize how difficult the director's job is too. You know, they think they just tell everyone where to stand, this pose, that pose, whatever. No, there's a lot more to it than that, because I mean, how that end result comes out before it hits the whole engineering aspect, you know, the post-production. I mean, it's got to look fucking right clean before they do anything else to it.
Well, it's interesting you brought that up. I remember one time Derek, he called when we were doing Flesh Fire. There was like a 5-second scene that he wasn't, because he was kind of fuzzy, and he said like, if I put it out, I said like, yeah, well, we'll redo it. The 5-second scene, no big deal. We're just at a table ordering food, me and my co-star Lillian Lamore. It's just, you know, and you could tell my hair is like 2 extra inches long, so that for those 5 seconds there'll be a gap of like, how does hair get so short all of a sudden? You know. So, but this is, you know, I told Derek it's cool. I mean, he gave us some gas money, and that was nice because it's an hour away out of my time. But I get it. You know, it's his piece of work. He wants to make sure it's pristine because he doesn't want to release crap, and he knows if he releases it with like then he'll just be upset with himself. And I get it. I completely get it. And that's cool
for sure.
I mean, and as an actor, you got to like be understandable. We're all working together here, and like you said, those people like, I've always got to have the lead. Well, you know what? Shut up. Like, yeah, I don't always get the lead. Whatever. Like I said, I'm happy to still be in this project, this film, whatever the hell it is. You know, it's better than nothing. And sometimes you gotta start. And sometimes I've seen people like Jackie Earle Haley from Little Children. It's a drama. And I don't know if Jackie Earle Haley won Best Supporting Actor for this, but it's one of those people who when I first saw that movie, I thought, if that man didn't win the award for that Best Supporting Actor, I just don't know what the hell happened there. I mean, it is a hell of a movie to watch. I mean, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
but some of those award shows, though, they're a little. I think there's some politicking here and there when it comes to who wins and, you know, who doesn't,
and who you're sleeping with too. Because I'm sleeping with the wrong people. I just want. I just wish you were drinking.
She's so desperate to be on camera. You know, she's taking after me. She's taking notes from you right now. But yeah, for sure, man.
I just said the sex comment to sleeping with this as a gag, of course. You know.
Oh, I know. But I mean, your award was well deserved for sure.
Okay.
I don't know if I would ever want to do anything mainstream. It doesn't really matter to me if something I do would ever hit, the silver screen, even if it was just for 2 weeks, or even if it was just like, shoot, what do you call it? Red carpet event where it's like a private showing. That would be more than enough for me. I don't necessarily would ever feel like, yeah, I want to be seen all over the world. You could still do that. We have the internet. Somebody over in Kaplakistan could see me. You know what I'm saying? That's the joy of YouTube. Everyone's got it. So, and what I've found, especially yourself, you're just very humble, more so in indie film than I think any mainstream. There's like maybe one person that comes to my mind that is probably the most down to earth human, but he's fucking huge. Keanu Reeves.
Oh yeah, he's super nice.
Nicest guy in the fucking world,
Well, he is Canadian, I think, right?
Oh, I don't know. He might be.
I was watching him on Jimmy Kimmel once, and he says, "I'm not even a legal U.S. citizen. I've been working here." Yeah.
Oh, well. I don't think anyone's gonna go, "Oh, Keanu, you're done." You know what I mean? Because everyone loves him.
I mean, I never really heard anything bad about him, and we've all had those. I've had bad days where it's kind of like, just stay the fuck out of my way. I'm trying to do my job here. Let me go to the bathroom. We all have those days where it's just like, it's 6 or 7 o'clock at night. Now everybody wants to call me about God knows what, or 2 a.m. I had that recently. Somebody called me, "Hey Joe, what are you doing?" Well, 2 a.m. I'm sleeping, not thinking about you. That's the best thing right now is not thinking about you. I said that to the person. I mean, granted, that was my mother, but still. Now, was that a true story?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Is that a true story? Well, that's the whole mystery of the whole thing. You don't really know. I guess I've had conversations like that with my mother before.
It was like after this weekend's, past weekend's festivities, I was like, I need like a day, at least one day where I don't answer this. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to podcast. I can just be me, do my thing. But it sometimes it's just it never ends.
Oh yeah. Well, for you were there for 3 days, from what was it, 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock for all 3 days, right? And then you got this long drive back to the break. I get it. I understand. I was only there for 1 day, and that was kind of neat.
I did the Chicago Tattoo Convention, which was all 3 days. First day, I was able to slip into the Days of the Dead, and I remember sitting there telling you at the Villain Arts show, I was like, I didn't realize anyone recognized me at all. I mean, obviously my Reaper paint was on and everything. So it's a dead giveaway, but suddenly I'm getting stopped as I'm walking around. Picked up a potential sponsor from somebody. I was like, oh, okay, well, that's awesome. I just came over to see what the hell Days of the Dead looks like. It was my first time. Never been to a Days of the Dead before, which is, for everybody out there in Morgrat Universe, is the largest horror convention all over the United States. So, and they're like, I hear somebody go, "Hey, that's Reaper." I was like, you got me. I thought I was incognito, even though I had my face paint on.
Hey, that's great, man. Take it. If people are recognizing you, that means you're doing something right. That's great.
I guess so.
Did people take pictures with you? Did people take pictures with you?
Oh yeah.
Good. Take it. Do it. I had one. That's great. Who's the sponsor, by the way?
Don't want to mention it just yet.
Okay.
until it's official, but it's a coffee maker, which is really cool. We got something kind of cool idea wise that we're working on. But I was just like, that was my first stop. And I was just, I'm not even a coffee drinker. And he just started talking to me. I was like, oh, hey, you have a brand there that says Doom on it, and it has a Reaper picture on it. And I said, I just kind of funny wise, just being a Weisenheimer, I said, you need a Reaper blend. And next thing you know, we're just talking away.
Hey, you know what? If it works, it works. Take it. I mean, that's pretty damn cool. You got a sponsor. That's really awesome. Take it. I mean, plus think about a lot of people who are in heavy metal that I know drink coffee. Like I know one lady, she drinks Death Wish coffee.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I won't touch it, because I'm like, I'm superstitious. After Flesh Fire, I'm like, I don't know. Or Liquid Death.
I understand why.
or Liquid Death. I mean, it sounds cool, but I'm kind of like,
Oh no, I'm starting a campaign because now all of a sudden Liquid Death has a cosmetics line called Corpse Paint. Liquid Death Corpse Paint. When they announced it, it sold out in a matter of a few days. What do I wear every time? The exact same thing. The exact same thing that I'm wearing on my face is Corpse Paint, even though it's done my way, which is kind of a blend of metal and horror together. I'm like, you need me to be the face of this because we'll take it to new heights. So fingers crossed.
Well, you got the talk show here or podcast. Excuse me. I don't know whichever one it is. I know they got a lot of different things, but this way you can advertise it. We go to commercial break, like sponsored by blah, 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 or whatever. And try it. It'll make you whatever the hell you want to say.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'll make a commercial for them. If they want to just send me a commercial, I'll play it every show. I'll be wearing it, obviously, every show. So it's like, that was made for me.
Well, if they're going to sponsor you, they got to give you some cash to do it. Because they're paying you to advertise their shtick. Their shtick is out there. Hey, drink it. You can be on the set like, tell me again about that thing. Coffee. However the fuck you want to do it.
Right. For me, it would be more like just, send me a case month to month. I'll be happy.
All right.
But you had a really great time also at the convention, Days of the Dead, because you met this fine young lady.
Oh, yeah.
Tell everybody in the Morgrot universe about why you are such a fan of this young lady. And I believe that it's rightfully placed because I just watched it, like I told you, this morning. And I'm like, I can remember being, what was I? Like 8 years old, watching it for the first time and thinking, damn, she fine.
Well, here's the thing. How it all started. How I got to Days of the Dead. There was this post on Facebook. It was for something about like a horror interview, but they're making like a horror documentary movie where they get like other actors from and maybe other fans. And so I called the guy up and talked to him about. He said, "You want me dressed up as in one of my rock star outfit looks?" And every once in a while, I actually do get paid for a gig to walk around in one of my rock star outfits, just to walk around with my guitar. It doesn't matter if I know how to play, and I just dress like that and walk around and take fucking pictures. Like,
just wear the damn thing.
Yeah. So I go there, and I always park at the Rosemont Mall because it's free, and I'm a cheap bastard that way. I'm like, okay, I'll slip all the way over there. I'm not, whatever. I mean, if I could get free parking just one block away, I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna give you $30. I'm not even gonna give you $5. I don't care if I'm parking there. I don't care if I'm parking there and you're paying me to park there. I ain't doing it. Anyway,
Right.
so I go there, and I'm out there taking a break, and I'm dragging all my gear with me, my guitar and my outfit and whatnot. And I'm taking a break, and I'm talking to this one guy, and they're like, "Oh yeah, you here for the convention?" I'm going, "What the hell are you talking about?" And I'm talking about I got to plug in here too. This thing's dying.
No worries.
Oh God.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, so I'm talking to this guy, like, "Oh yeah, we got the Days of the Dead convention here." I'm going, I didn't know that. I had absolutely no idea this Days of the Dead convention was going on. So me and this guy were yapping up. I think his name was Michael. Nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was talking to a few other people I was talking to there. And they're all out there smoking. And I'm thinking, like, oh, God, I wish I could have one. We still haven't smoked. Yeah, I'm just like, oh. And the one guy is just doing it slowly.
Oh, shit. That's like torture,
Well,
to
he
somebody.
doesn't know. Well, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. There we
Wow,
go.
for sure.
He telling me, like, yeah, here at the celebration and whatnot. And it's not okay. And he says, Malcolm McDowell's here. I said, who? McDowell? Really? So, okay, that's what it's all about. I don't give a shit about anything else. Mr. Caligula. I'm going to go meet him. Everybody's like a point. I always take Caligula to be weird. So I go there and I meet the Malcolm McDowell. And I'm walking around. I see a lot of people that are there, and I love it. But I'm flat broke. I was already broke when I went there. Now I'm even much more broke. I didn't need to spend this money, but anyway, I know I'm really making a long story short here with the whole thing. Anyway, there's Nancy Loomis. I can afford her, and I see her. I remember as a kid, even as an adult now, I'm kind of like. So there was that picture. You saw me home. I was there doing the pictures. I said, that one right. I said, I was really taken back by that photo. I thought that's a really very beautiful photo. It just showed like the details of somebody's face. It was a very looking photo. And I was talking to Nancy. Yeah, that one right there. Right? And I told her, and I was kind of embarrassed to say this, because I don't know if she talks to her other co-stars, so I was worried about shit like that. And I told her, I was like, I just want to let you know something. I always thought you were better looking than the other two female co-stars. And she goes, yeah. And she was very surprised to hear them going, yeah, I always thought you were the better looking one of the two. So, she still look good? Yes, she does.
For her age, absolutely.
And if anybody here says, like, no, man, it's Jamie, PJ Salt, we all got our thing. I don't care if you disagree. I always thought she was the best looking of the three. And she has these very interesting features. That's what always gets me. She's like, wow, these are really nice. She's put together well. She's not Kim Kardashian, thank God.
I love it.
I was like, yeah. Like, oh wow, hey, yeah, she looks really great. And like, really, you're gonna kill her off? Really? You can't kill off the dog again? Yeah.
But you obviously got to see some other folks too as well. Here's you with Ann Myrna, absolutely. Which just reminds me just how short she is. It's unbelievable.
There were some people there that I didn't want to see that I didn't get to see at all because, like the lines or whatnot. And yeah, him. God,
I know I forget who it is too, but I think I talked to him.
I was just thinking about him today. As a matter of fact, and I had his name right away. John, I think his name is.
Yes.
Henderson, right? Yeah.
There we go. See, I helped you remember.
He has business cards still. Yeah, he was the first person ever to recognize it from any of my films.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like, oh, hey, I saw that movie, and I said thank you, which is kind of like how Ron White said what somebody said about when they saw his thing. It was kind of, it's not, they didn't say they liked it, I just say they saw it. To me, it's like, You saw it. Thank God you watched it. You gave up part of your life for it. My life just died.
That's all right. We can still see you.
Yeah, and I get this overshadow cast thing going. But
there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I said, do you want to get a picture together with the DVD? He's excited. Isn't the pictures you can tell? But we talked a lot. He was showing me a lot of the pictures of people that he met, but it's really the first time anybody's ever really recognized me from my work.
Really? I don't know. I would probably recognize you, like, even if I wasn't. I love it. That's awesome. Would totally recognize you though, without a problem, because I mean, it's like no matter what film you're in, I can still tell that it's you, whether it's a rock persona or just the average Joe. You know what I mean? You're definitely not a typecast kind of person, I think.
Oh, yes, I am.
Really? You think so?
Ever since Fleshfire, even before that, this hasn't even been released, I always get kind of asked to play the guy who thinks he's always the best thing on three legs, God's gift to women, or something.
Really?
Scumbag. I don't know. Maybe it's just the hair. Maybe it's a sense of humor. I don't know. But I mean, it's okay with me. I guess, or I play the home wrecker. Whatever.
I could definitely, I could definitely see you being like the, not necessarily. Well, actually, yeah, probably the gigolo. The guy that's like so romantic he sweeps every woman off her feet. That kind of thing.
Yeah, the kind of guy that was so in love with himself, he'll take a video of himself whacking off and masturbate to that video of himself.
Oh my goodness!
Well, it's a good character, isn't it? I mean, I'm not complaining, but it's just like most people know I play that. I think it's just a sense of humor, or it could be the Rouge, or it could be the Rouge. I don't know.
Well, even your line delivery, just so believable. You know what I mean? So what do you have coming in the future besides what we've talked about so far? And some possible Indiegogos coming in the future.
I know there's some stuff. Oh, possible Indiegogos. Thank you for reminding me. We should have, I believe, we might be starting a new Indiegogo, like the finishing funds for Rickety Antiquity. I believe. I can't confirm it, but I do believe we are having something like that again. And I know the Blood Moon. Hopefully, we're going to start a new campaign for that one again as well. And Seduction. And by the way, I will tell everybody, if you guys like Desperate Souls and you love succubuses, this one touches on that too.
Nice.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, this in Desperate Souls, that wasn't my first time doing a bedroom scene like that. And I get, come to think about it, I get asked to do that quite a lot.
Well, maybe because of all the time you've right, maybe because of some of the time you spent as a model to be drawn.
I was doing that even before then. So
right,
yeah, but no, actually, what I get. Actually, I think it's because since I do the art line, now I'm getting hit up to do fucking porn. And I
oh my goodness!
Yeah, and that gets kind of fucking tiring sometimes. And I was on the phone with somebody last night. I was talking to. I won't say who it is, but somebody I haven't worked with before. They're like, I auditioned for. You see me in that the military cutoff jean, whatever the thing is. I got my switchblade, which is a real switchblade, by the way. You just click the button. From the 50s. They said, oh, you look too pretty for that part, Joe. You look kind of pretty. What? You should probably just do porn. I'm going. It is getting kind of old to hear it. I mean, like I said, $10 is $10. But I do hear it quite often, and it does get kind of like. I mean, if I played a character who was a porn star in a short film, it was just a character. You don't see me doing anything.
Right.
That's fine. And then after that, I played a semi-esque porn producer in another film that are going to finish up filming called The Untitled Massacre. And every time I think I play a guy who's a scumbag, the next guy is even worse. And going, that guy's a fucking asshole.
But hey, you have a role coming up that's, the good guy, like
yes,
average Joe.
Yeah,
you have a lot of dimensions to you. And I hate that way of thinking. Like, for instance, the dad bod is something that is revered in today's society, which is fine because that gives guys like me hope, But if somebody was to come along and say, we need to make some Reaper porn, I'd be like, the fuck you say? No. That's not something I want to do. That would not make me happy. I don't feel like that's my true talent. Not saying that I'm bad at it. I'm just saying it's not a talent that I want to portray, on DVD.
All right. Well, what if it was straight porn then? We were talking about this shit at I'm just going to go with this out here, no pun intended, at the convention thing, at the tattoo convention, and we were sitting there next to talking to your wife, Kelsey, which is actually, how appropriate is this to talk in front of a woman? But we were talking about John Holmes,
right?
And for those of you who don't know, okay, well, he's even bigger than Ron Jeremy. For those, whatever. I'm like, and I always thought to myself, I honestly, and I'm a guy, I'm going to say this right now, I wouldn't want anything that fucking big. I wouldn't want something that's fucking 12 inches. Like, to me, it'd be in the fucking way. You can't wear shorts. I don't wear shorts to begin with, but it's like, you're poking people in the eye when they're sitting down, getting caught in mouse traps, electrical sockets, knocking things off of copper cables, or poking somebody in the back while you're lying at the back. Like, excuse me, like, oh, no, I'm just really excited today. It wasn't anything about you. Calm down. Yeah, getting whipped with that damn phone. But now I don't know where you bought yours. I bought mine on eBay, and I got a good damn. It was used but half off, but it does the job. There was no warranty on it. It was a clearance item. I don't know if it was wrong. It works just fine for me. I wonder how many people just tuned out just now on that one, or just tuned in. For those, yeah, I tuned in pretty late. And they talked about buying things.
No, trust me, everyone's been hanging the whole time. I can tell. I'm sure all of our female listeners out there are like, oh shit, I gotta go find this like right now. My thing is, there's the difference between just right and too much. Because I have had Paul Nada, he goes, wow. I've had female friends over the years that, that are legitimate friends, because that's a thing. A man and a woman can be friends, and that's just
thank you. Yes, they can be.
And they have said, just different people they've been with, that the shit hurts.
Yeah.
So just right is almost better or more preferable. You know what I mean? Than too much.
Well, I see women who are like out here with these some good kind of thing, just like the fucking canon. Just, what the hell? You look like a cartoon character going off the rails. To me, it's just, you look stupid. I'm sorry, I'm gonna say right now, you look fucking stupid. If you got these huge fake things like Triple K, I don't mean like that kind of Triple K, but I mean like,
right.
But no. If you don't have large breasts, that's fine too. Is the guy liking you for you, or is he liking you because of your breasts? Simple. See? Of course,
exactly.
For some women, you do the stripping or the adult film thing. Where like, okay, I get it, honey, it's a tax write-off. I get it, whatever. But
right.
But really, it's okay. Bigger is not always better. I'm sorry. It's okay. I mean, I tell you what, the way I see it is this. Is the guy liking you for you, or is he liking you because of how big your breasts are? Kind of like how I feel. Are you liking me because of me, or are you liking me because of my car? Well, it sure as hell ain't for my fucking car. That's a goddamn sure. Nobody has ever.
That's how I see, the industry as a whole, as far as indie horror. Are you getting the roles because you have talent? You are enjoyable. You know what I'm saying? You are not just there because you're a pretty face, whether you're a man or a woman. Is it because of your talent? Is your talent shining through, or are you getting some roles just because you look a certain way, or that kind of thing? So, I mean, obviously, some people like trash horror, some people don't. That's been a great debate. I've seen some great, trash horror stuff that it's so funny, you just have to like it. It's wonderful. And then at what point does it go softcore?
Well,
you know what I mean? So, I mean, do you ever foresee yourself getting hit up for that kind of thing? Could we see Joe Rose going the way of Troma?
Going the way of what?
Troma. Troma Films. Oh. Are you familiar? Toxic Avenger,
Oh, yeah. Well, you see Flesh Fire whenever that gets released.
So never say never. Yes.
So, like I said, every once in a while, I'm still getting those offers to do that line of work, and I'm going, like, look, I know I got a pretty mouth, man, but, I don't want to wind up in the sequel to Deliverance 2, the squealing continues and shit like that.
Why should they make a sequel to that fucking film in the first place?
Now, with that being said, I know I'm not gay, but I'd be a great gay porn director, and I've already thought of a really great trilogy. It'd be called Hershey Highwayman. Yeah, see, it already catches your name. Like, wow, what's that about? It sounds like a lovely Christian movie, and they get the
sure.
Yeah, they get the sequel called With Nuts, and the last one would be called Dark Chocolate. And that's where it's
like, you realize we're joking out there, folks.
Yeah, of course I'm joking. And as a matter of fact, I even told this joke of mine, which is actually the second part of a true story that led up to this, when I was in the set of Desperate Souls. Yeah. I don't remember if I told you the story before or not. Did I ever tell you that story?
I don't think so.
Well, we're going to tell you now. We're going to fucking tell you that shit now. Like I said, every now and then I am getting these damn offers. Like I said, I am hard up for money, no pun intended, but it's just, and it's all for the same type of porn too. It's all for fucking gay porn. I am getting that kind of shit in the fucking emails. Like, I don't care what you do. I don't care what somebody's sexual orientations. I don't care. I know those last things.
Sure.
I don't care. It's cool with me. I'm not going to judge. Just looking at with you and have fucking coffee. Whatever you want to do, but I'm just no, it's okay. But
that has to get annoying, though.
Well, yeah. I mean, at least give me something different. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a joke for that. But anyway, we're on the set of Desperate Souls. I'm working with John Lissendart, and we're all done for the day. We're just sharing some fun stories. John says, "Anybody here got any funny stories about auditions?" I said, "Yeah, I got one. Let's see you guys top this one." I said, "So when I was 24 and I had just gotten divorced, just over 10 years ago now, decided to take my ex-wife's advice and try this modeling shtick, right? So I reached out. I don't know what name of the production company it was out in LA. I don't remember the name of the fucking agent. What's the name? I don't even remember. They wanted a full-length picture of myself, clothed, front and back, and then they wanted a picture of my waist up with my shirt on and without it. and went up just my face like this, right? I don't know anything. I didn't know any crap. So in the next couple of days, I get this email saying that the agent wants to call and talk to me. I thought, well, that's great, right? I must have done something good. And I had my hair shorter back too as well. Anyway, I was talking to the agent. He's like, and he says some really nice things. He says, "You have the all-American boy look," and he says a few more things I don't remember. And he says, "You know, we like your face. You need to lean in a bit more into the camera." What does that mean? Lean in a bit more, like lean into the camera, right? He's like, "No, like lean in down here, but it's not so bad. We can work with it." And then he says, "There's a slight pause." And he goes, you know what? And I'm sure he does that to me in the camera too. He does this, you know what? He says, you know what? I think you'd be great for gay porn. I said, that's okay, pal. Thanks a lot. And like I said, I just heard about this yesterday with somebody who was talking to him on the fucking phone. And it's like, it's nice being called pretty by a woman.
I'm sure that, it's always kind of like, how do I take that compliment? Do I take that in a positive light?
I mean, I still got all my teeth. I don't know what that says.
Well, your body of work is diverse. You show depth, and honestly, everyone needs to check yourself out.
Are you talking about what are we talking about? You said body of work and I show depth. Are we still talking about the subject I was just talking about, or something else?
Something else.
Okay, thank you.
I'm talking about true fucking brilliance. Down below, Morgrot Universe, in case you haven't noticed, I've been subliminally hitting you with Joe Rosing on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Follow him. Check out the stuff that he has done. You can go to YouTube and catch a lot of the films that he has been in. And probably in the future, we'll see even more Prime Video, Tubi, where most indie film does end up these days. And they're just great fucking films. And we look forward to all the new stuff that you're doing. So as the Indiegogos go up, of course, I will share that for you. And hopefully, help fund those projects, because you're a hell of an actor. Everybody knows it. Trust me. The more you do, the more everyone's going to know, the brilliance of what you bring to the game. To be honest,
I just wish some of the agents I've been submitting to would think so.
Absolutely. Couldn't hear you on that one.
I've been looking for a new agent for quite a while now.
Oh, gotcha. I would definitely say, after what you've done, getting a good agent would be a good thing for you. Can definitely plug you into more things, or at least get some more offers coming your way for other big projects. And of course, anything that comes across my desk that I think is good, I am definitely going to forward it on to you, because I think we would kick ass together in more films for sure. Because the offers I've been getting lately are all the fun stuff, and I think you would probably enjoy it as well. So I will definitely forward those on to you. And man, it's always a blast having you on the show. Anytime you want to come on, no matter what you're doing, we're going to get it out there, because, check out Desperate Soul. You will fall in love with Joe. I'm telling you, as an actor, as a character, and we look forward to seeing so much more from you. And everybody that's been watching this evening, thank you for joining us. It is a double shot unintended week of Reapers Underground. So coming tomorrow night is another brilliant actor that I really enjoy as well, David Perry, who has done some really good indie horror films with Will Colazzo and many other awesome directors as well. And we're going to kind of take a look into, his career as well tomorrow night. So if you all are up for a double shot, which I know you check us out tomorrow night. So definitely appreciate y'all showing up. Comment section has been fabulous as always. My wonderful addicts out there. Oh shit. Oh, and Paul says, thanks guys. See you on the set for Night of the Sorority Babes, Joe. I get to play Jeff. Oh, cool. Wow. I didn't even realize they were taking men for that movie. So that's a revelation.
I could have played a light post for fucking Christ's sakes.
I love it. Oh, fantastic. That's great to hear, Paul, as well. So, as you guys are laying it down for a fantastic Thirsty Thursday, now that you have vision of Joe wrapped around a pole dancing for you, you must always remember to stay heavy.